Hello everyone, how are you doing? I'm alright. So I recently watched Wicked, and yes, I know I'm quite late to the party, and I just watched the first one, so this video is only based on that. And as I was watching, I could not help but make some comparisons to anime because I guess I just think about anime too much. And so here are the two ideas that I'm putting forward in this video. Number one, Elphaba is Naruto. Naruto is Elphaba. Number 2, Galinda is Kokomi Teruhashi. Kokomi Teruhashi is Galinda. I'm assuming everyone knows who Naruto is, but fewer people are probably familiar with Teruhashi. She is the perfect, pretty, popular girl from The Disastrous Life of Psyche K, which I just made a video about as well. Her perfection is so profound, her popularity and likability so complete that she could change the world if she wanted to. But first, let's begin by looking at the parallels between Naruto and Elphaba. Both grew up as outsiders, rejected by their community because of differences they can do nothing to change. Elphaba for being green and Naruto for hosting the nine-tailed fox. For Naruto, there was more confusion in this experience because for most of his childhood, he doesn't know why everyone is treating him so unkindly. Elphaba at least knows why people exclude and reject her.
You're green. I am.
Now, I've always thought that the people who knew about the fox, namely the third Hokage, should not have permitted Naruto to grow up so isolated and sad because of the immense power he holds. If he grew up to despise the village and its residents, things could have gone quite badly for the village hidden in the leaves. A child not embraced by the village will burn it down to feel its warmth. And also the same thing with Elphaba. We see her as a child doing magic, essentially, and we learn that her magic acts when she is very emotional, so I'm assuming that this has happened several times throughout her childhood, and nobody around her was like, wow guys, Elphaba is doing magic. I guess they just think she's weird and green and just dismiss it because it's easier, especially her dad. I feel like her father and sister at the very least should have been encouraging, or maybe not encouraging, but at least acknowledge her obvious signs of power. Once she enrolls at the school and her magical abilities are acknowledged and taken seriously, she develops a dream to stand at the side of the wizard. Once she's with him, every aspect of her life will improve. She'll be useful, valued, and cherished. As I watched and listened to this song, I thought to myself, oh, this is Elphaba's I'm going to be the Hokage someday.
To be the greatest Hokage! Then the whole village will stop disrespecting me and start treating me like I'm somebody important.
He'll say to me, I see who you truly are, a girl on whom I can rely.
Both of them had this high goal that when achieved would change their lives, would force them to be accepted by everyone, and they would no longer be excluded and forced to live on the outside. So now I have to say that Elphaba's dream had way more foundation and seemed much more likely to come to pass compared to Naruto's, little Naruto at the beginning's dream to become the Hokage. I mean, we all believe in Naruto, but the series literally begins with our little ninja getting in trouble for hooliganism and failing his exams. Elphaba, on the other hand, gets offered a place at the school for being so damn impressive, takes her education very seriously, and is told directly that if she plays her cards right, she and the wizard will be best buds. That's what triggers her dream in the first place. So she did have a seed planted for what her dreams could be, and Naruto was just, Naruto. Naruto kind of wants to become Hokage out of spite. I'll show you all how wrong you were to doubt me, and you'll be forced to love and adore me. But of course he does truly yearn for acceptance and belonging, just like Elphaba, to be loved and accepted and valued and not made to feel like something is wrong with them. Both yearn for true friendship, true connection and appreciation, to be wanted just the way that they are. and just for people to like having them around, you know? And both of them made friends with the popular kid who originally couldn't stand them. Not that I'm drawing parallels between Sasuke and Galinda, though both of them do join the bad guys and both would benefit from the downfall of the other. Elphaba stands in opposition to the system Galinda thrives in, and Sasuke would have benefited from Naruto's death in the form of gaining the Mangekyo Sharingan, or even that Naruto is his biggest distraction from achieving his goals of vengeance and power. And now that I'm thinking about it, Orochimaru and the Wizard are both cult leader type figures who thrive through science and innovation. Galinda is Kokomi Teruhashi and Kokomi Teruhashi is Galinda. There was a particular scene in Wicked that made it clear to me. When Elphaba is gifted an ugly hat by Galinda and invited to the club, she's put on the spot in a really unkind and mean way. She then does a dance that the others perceive as cringe and awkward. Galinda sees the errors of her ways and regrets her unkindness. She steps forward and does the dance with Elphaba, and in a matter of minutes, the rest of the club is doing the dance too. And I said out loud, wow, Galinda is really powerful. Teruhashi is powerful in the same way. They are both aware of their perfection and popularity and amplify it to their advantage, and also both view their attentions as a gift or good deed. I do not think Teruhashi would ever be as outwardly mean to anyone as Galinda is to Elphaba, but I think she'd want to. She'd force herself to be good and kind because she cannot damage her veneer of perfection in any way, in any person's mind. Sometimes we see in Teruhashi's inner monologue that she gets annoyed and dislikes people, but relentlessly does her best to remain sweet and cordial. Because it's her life's purpose and her life's obligation to be perfect. I kind of think Galinda says out loud what Kokomi thinks internally.
Loathing, unadulterated loathing.
That means I'll be alone with Psyche! Except for the brat.
Hey, can we watch some TV now?
Watch at your house.
Oh, nothing. Come on, let's watch some TV, okay?
I'd give it away, but I don't hate anyone that much. I couldn't.
Tell him something urgent just came up.
Something urgent just
You
came
out
up,
of your
so
mind,
I'll
man? She's got class. There's no way she's gonna eat at a place like that. You don't really want to eat in this rundown rat hole, do you, Teruhashi?
I'm okay with this place.
I can't go home now. They'll think I'm stuck up and high maintenance.
Whoa.
Now the major question to me is whether or not Teruhashi would use her powers for good, like Galinda does for Elphaba. If she saw someone floundering, would she step in to raise their status and save them embarrassment? Probably she'd do it for someone like Psyche because she has a crush on him and wants him to like her just as much as everybody else does, but I'm not entirely sure. I don't know if Kokomi would ever purposely take the chance of risking her popularity or her image of perfection, which Galinda does do by stepping into the ring to dance with Elphaba, unless Galinda was confident the whole time that her participation with Elphaba would bring everybody on board, so she wasn't really risking anything in the first place. When I watched Wicked, I didn't realize that there was this whole undertone of the subjugation of the animals, and that really hit me hard. I felt so bad for them. It makes everybody in the story villains except for Elphaba, which is an interesting take on the whole Wizard of Oz story. But anyway, that's going to be it for me in this video. If you have any other points you'd like to make, please put them in the comments. I hope that you liked this video. If you did, please like this video. If you're new, please subscribe. Leave a comment if you'd like to say hi. I hope that you have a good day, a good week. I'm Kayla. See you in the next one. Bye.